Have you ever met someone whose faith never changed, no matter what life looked like? Whether it was sunshine, freezing winter mornings, or pouring rain, she never stopped believing that God was always with her. This is the story of Martha, a gentle 70-year-old woman who lived alone in a quiet little town. She wasn't rich, she didn't have a large family, but she had something far more valuable: a heart that trusted God completely. Every single morning, without fail, Martha walked to the little church at the end of town. People often smiled and said, "Martha, at your age, you don't have to come every single day." She would simply smile and gently reply, "As long as God gives me another day, I'll always make time to thank Him for it." To everyone else, it was just a church. To Martha, it felt like home. And no matter what the weather looked like, she never missed a single day. One evening, a powerful storm swept across the town. By the time the evening prayer had ended, night had already fallen. One by one, everyone left the church, until Martha was the only one still standing near the entrance. Outside, the rain poured harder than ever. The wind howled through the empty streets. She quietly opened her umbrella and began the long walk home. The sidewalks were almost deserted. The sound of the rain was louder than anything else. The wind pushed against her umbrella, making every step a little harder than the last. But Martha never complained. She simply kept walking with the same quiet faith she had carried for so many years. After a few minutes, a taxi slowly pulled over beside her. The driver rolled down his window and smiled. "Ma'am, you shouldn't be walking in weather like this. Please, let me give you a ride home." Martha smiled back, thanked him, and quietly got into the back seat. As the taxi pulled away, she watched the rain slide down the window, while the quiet town disappeared behind them. She never imagined that this ordinary ride home would become the moment that changed her faith forever. The drive was quiet. Neither Martha nor the driver said very much. Outside, the rain continued to pour, covering the streets in a curtain of silver. Martha simply watched the raindrops racing down the window while whispering a silent prayer in her heart. A few minutes later, the taxi came to a stop, right in front of her home. Martha reached into her purse, pulled out a few bills, and handed them to the driver. He looked at the money, then gently smiled. "Ma'am, I think there's been a little mistake." Martha looked at him, slightly confused. "What do you mean?" The driver replied, "This only covers your fare. You'll also need to pay for the gentleman who rode with you." For a moment, Martha simply stared at him. Then she softly said, "I'm sorry,
But I was alone
but
the
I was
whole
alone."
time, sir. There was no one
The driver's smile slowly faded. He looked genuinely puzzled. "No, ma'am, you weren't alone. An elderly man was sitting right beside you the entire ride." Martha felt her heart skip a beat. Her voice barely rose above a whisper.
What do you mean?
Did he look like?" The driver answered without hesitation. He was dressed in white. He had a white beard, and I've never seen such peace on someone's face before. Silence. Neither of them spoke another word. For a long moment, Martha couldn't say a word. Her eyes slowly filled with tears. Without asking another question, she quietly handed the driver the rest of the fare. Then she stepped out into the rain. She stood there for a moment, looking up at the dark sky, as tears gently rolled down her cheeks. But they weren't tears of fear. or sadness. They were tears of gratitude. For all those years, she believed she was the one making the journey to meet God. But in that quiet moment, she realized something she had never imagined before. She looked toward heaven. A gentle smile appeared on her face, and with a trembling voice, she whispered, "All these years, I believed I was the one coming to meet you at church." Her voice broke. "Today I realized you were the one, walking me all the way home." She closed her eyes, and for the first time, she truly understood that she had never walked alone. Faith isn't believing that God is only waiting for you inside a church. Faith is believing that even after you leave, He is still walking right beside you.